Good morning, GRIZZ here. I hope everybody's having a good morning. Sorry that this is later than it should be. Had a bit of a rough time last night, so it took a little longer to get this out. I apologize for that. But today I just wanted to talk about writing down your goals, no matter what they are. Which, people write down, oh, yeah, I'm gonna write down my goals. And the first thing they write down is, I want $1 million, or, something financial usually. But I'm here to suggest that you should write down all your goals, including the ones for weight, including the ones for health. I've even heard people write down goals for their spouses and that kind of thing, and who they wanted to become to attract the right person. I've learned later in life, and for all you young people that watch this, please learn from this. Writing your goals down and having people as friends that are successful is very, very, very advantageous for you mentally. Thinking about what you want, thinking about, because people say you are what you eat, which to an extent is true, but we achieve what we think about. We wouldn't have the airplane if people hadn't thought about it. We wouldn't have the internet if people hadn't thought about it. The ability's always been there. It's always been available, but people had to figure out how to access that. And now look what we can do. I can make a high-grade video from home, put it on the internet, and have it out to people in 20 minutes. That's amazing. We can order, we can do all kinds of things. We can communicate across seas and see people clearly. Something we couldn't do. We have cell phones now that are generally smarter than we are at the time. But this has more power than the computers I had in high school. Think about that for a second. That interruption, and I was having trouble with this, but this is okay. Guess that I've been having some issues with this. Those are temporary. That's why I wanted to talk about writing your goals down. Because writing goals down gives you something to attain, something to reach for, something to look forward to, something to do. We talked about yesterday or the other day about reason and why we do things. Now we need to discuss, how to get to that area. You have to come up with one. You have to, and you need to write it down. I used to think, which is incorrect thinking, by the way. I used to think, yeah, but it wasn't organized. So it's not organized, and it changed as I would think about it, or it would always, every time I verbalized it, it was different. Okay, so it wasn't the same thing every time. You write it down and you verbalize it, and you commit it to your subconscious memory, which is really the part of the brain that figures things out and gets things done. Makes things a lot more achievable. And this is something I've had to learn. It's not something I did for years. And don't get me wrong, I had a good life I earned. I made a good salary for most of it. But there are still things I didn't obtain. There were still things that I wanted to do that if I had written them down, I would have been ready. I would have probably had more money in the bank. I would have probably been more prepared for certain situations if I'd have written it down, which I didn't. Okay, so this is a correction in my life I had to make. Now, it's never too late. I think I mentioned once before that Colonel Sanders didn't start till he was like 71 years old with Kentucky Fried Chicken. So I don't feel too bad. With an almost 20-year head start on it. But when I was, you would have a 20 or 30-year head start on me. That's why I'm putting these videos out. That's why I'm stating these things. Write down all your goals. One of the things I'm learning is you have to balance family, finances, and work. If you don't do that, you're not going to have a balanced life. You know, you're going to have an offset wheel. It's not going to, things aren't going to flow smoothly. So you have to, what I mean by that, I mean, if you've got finances up here and, you know, family life's down here, so your wheel does this instead of this. Okay, so it makes a dip instead of a circle. So it moves. If that helps the analogy with that balance. So writing goals for just finances is good. Writing goals for your for what you want to do with your life, that's good. So if you want that balance in your life, you have to write down every goal. And it's something I've had to learn, you know. So writing down goals is very, very important. And it took me a long time to learn that, but a lot of times you see me look over, I'm looking at the goals there, post them all. And I don't have every goal written down that I should, but I do have my health goals. I have financial goals, and I have family goals written down. So they can look over at glance and see them and read them, even while I'm working. It helps keep me focused, helps hold myself accountable, and it's something I believe everybody should do. You know, again, things come up in life that make it a little more difficult. I was supposed to be a friend. Some things came up, made it unable to happen. It's horrible. It sucks, but that's the way life is. So we need to still communicate with that friend. So it's not that. It's just, you know, these are things that I wanted to do, but I couldn't because of circumstances. Does that throw your wheel off? If I allow it here. If I don't, no. It's all about how you get it. It's all about your attitude. We talked about that too. You know, so there's a lot of factors involved in how we allow life to affect us, whether we allow it to affect us. Because ultimately, we're the final decision for happiness for ourselves. That said, be your final decision. Decide to be happy. Decide to enjoy life. Decide to enjoy the circumstances you have. And know that you will be happy if you choose to. You will be healthy if you choose to. And you will have the finances you need if you choose to. You just have to choose it. On that note, have a great Saturday. Have a fantastic weekend. Thank you for joining me for day 79 of straight solid videos. It feels pretty good. So thank you for that. Have a wonderful day. GRIZZ out.